same way I feel about Anderson .Paak putting on that wig. It's the same way I feel about Harry Styles' whole vibe right now. Whoever is the chairman of hip-hop, let's make sure. Who is the chairman of hip-hop? Like, we don't have no organization. Right, we need to figure that out. I guess Questlove. It's bad.
It's bad.
It's real bad.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
It's real bad.
It's
like,
real bad.
Not the Carisha real bad. Not the good real bad. Bad. Hello. I am Nikole, and welcome back to the channel. Hello. I am Nikole, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got an episode of Run the Show, and we're getting into the 65th Annual Grammy Awards. Now, I was actually excited to get into the awards this year because I knew all the blacks were going to be in attendance. I'm sorry, last year's Grammy Awards was dry like a piece of toast, okay? Now, I feel like most award shows, especially the Grammys, are still figuring out what the new flow of the show should be, especially coming off the COVID-19 pandemic. They kind of mixed the vibe of the tables that they had to kind of create distance previously did with arena seating, which I thought was real cute. I think they need to keep the vibe. What I do think they need to figure out, though, is the staging. The stage felt very small for the performances that they were supposed to hold, but the look of it was great.
I think award shows need to get rid of hosts.
Really?
I'm so sick of hosts.
I love Chernobyl, though.
I don't care.
I feel like...
I don't think that it's the host. I just don't think that hosts add or take away anything from the show. It's just making the show longer unnecessarily. I can't remember who did it, but whoever a couple of years ago, they didn't have a host. I can't remember what show that was.
The VMAs did that.
It just flowed perfectly. Like, I don't need you to introduce who's coming up next. Just let MC Light tell us what's happening.
From the skybox, wherever she be.
Like, from wherever she is. In the heavens of the stadium. They're just like unnecessary fillers. Like, just open up with whatever greatest song it was that is out at the moment, whatever, and then just move on with the rest of the show.
I think that only works for pre-recorded shows.
Okay.
Cause like the Grammys, it's so much happening, and they actually like give out awards. Like a lot of other award shows don't really like. They may give out 3, but it's really about the performances. Mm-hmm. The Grammys, I feel like it's more so even between the awards, and like Beyonce was late. Trevor Noah had to get up there and make some jokes. Yeah, I get what you're saying, though. Some award shows do not need them because they don't pick the right host. Yeah. Like the BET Awards has not had the right host.
Oh my God.
I hope y'all do better this year. Viacom let the budget out. But yeah, I feel like it kept the high society type feel of the Grammys, but they are loosening up, especially like I did think I like the added ends of like having the fans talk about album of the year.
That was super cute.
That was super cute. Like getting y'all connected with like the TikToks and letting people know that y'all are aware finally. Yeah. And then sidebar, why was it 12-year-old TikTokers at the Grammys walking the red carpet? Very weird. Some things were very weird this year. Wonder I couldn't hear nothing. I heard 2 of the little Juan Moore boys.
No. Yeah, that was a little off. Yeah.
Y'all audio was messed up, Grammys. How are y'all the Recording Academy with messed up audio for y'all award show?
Yeah.
I mean, y'all got it together halfway through, but come on now. Y'all, somebody was messing up behind them board. With that being said, let's get into the performances. Bad Bunny opened up the show as he should have. I think he was like the most internationally streamed artist last year, which is like super dope. We're gonna get to awards, but I definitely thought he was gonna get album of the year. Anyway, but Bad Bunny opened up the show. Watching his performance, he literally brought all of his his tia, his tio, his cousins, Chico and them, everybody was on that stage. And I don't know who auntie that was in that skirt, but she was flanking that thing. She was getting her moment at the Grammys. But I thought that was a great opener, having him go through the stadium like he was bringing a parade in. I just wish we would have had subtitles. I didn't take Spanish in high school. I took French. So therefore, I had no clue what this man was saying. Sound great. Looked great. Lively performance. Whoever that was on that keyboard was going ham. Did not know what he was saying. I would have appreciated some subtitles to help my little American self.
No, agree, because I took Japanese, so.
We all did take Spanish, although we absolutely should have. I feel like public school system need to get that together. We all should be learning 3 languages. They do it everywhere else.
School, so it's just the educational system.
In general, America, get it together. Lizzo's performance, I felt, was very, like, seemingly toned down for her.
Yeah, I agree.
It was very toned down. Now, baby did sound good. Mm-hmm. The mic was on. And it seems very balanced. Tour was good for her. Mm-hmm. Of her, like, managing her, like, energy when she want to do her screams, how she gonna do her screams. Because Lizzo is never not gonna scream. Never not gonna scream. But I feel like vocally, this was, like, the best performance for her on, rightfully so, happening on the Grammy stage.
Mm-hmm. But it was definitely toned down.
Definitely toned down. And I wanted more from, like, the music and the choir. I guess I'm just used to, like, everything being big and bright and dancey with Lizzo. But
what song did she perform again? Because maybe
Special. Special is not like a...
Yeah, because I'm like, maybe this wasn't right for the song.
Yeah. So. If she did, I thought she was going to do, typically at the award show, you do what you was nominated for, which was About Damn Time. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it does make sense. She dropped the video for Special. That's the new single. Perform the new single. It makes sense. But her performance, just talking about Lizzo, I felt like she did great. She looked good. She looked good all night. It's something about a wet wavy on a black woman. It's just something about that wet wavy. Baby looked good. And I loved, even though it was like very avant-garde, her red carpet look, the orange. With that makeup. I need to know who does her makeup. Yeah. Because it was great all night. Yeah. Good Grammy moment for her. I feel like Lizzo don't really do no wrong when it comes to styling.
No, she doesn't.
The only thing that was probably wrong was them butt cheeks at the...
Literally the only thing.
Only thing, but I feel like she never misses.
Yeah, she has a really good team.
Yeah. All right, moving on to this Motown tribute. Berry Gordy and Smokey Robinson were honored by Music Cares over the weekend, and they gave them an additional tribute in the actual ceremony. They had Stevie Wonder come and do the tribute, featuring Juan Moore, which is a new boy band, signed somehow under Mary J. Blige. And it's Juan, yes, they're signed under Mary J. Blige. And them Wanye kids from
I hate that name. I want them to change that group name.
Yeah, I don't know why their name is Juan Moore. Like, y'all can kind of create your own identity. Although 2 of y'all look just like y'all daddy. But somehow the audio was like not balanced to where I was like getting the full experience. Like, I think I only heard 2 of them actually sing. And then I don't know who was doing the cameras. I'm sorry. I know we talk about performance, but let's go back to presentation. The camera work. Horrible. Why is the camera on Stevie and these little kids are singing?
Thank you.
Give these kids their moment. And then who missed the cue to go and transition to the kids while they sing so that Stevie can get up with his blind self and get to the next piano?
And they stayed on him the whole time, though.
Who missed the cue?
Like, it wasn't even, not even who missed the cue, but who wasn't just paying attention to know, like...
Switcher. Who was on the switcher?
Like, who was on the switcher? Was the ATEM button broke? Like...
Yeah, that whole thing was a mess from the audio to the visual. And you got these little kids over here working, getting these little Motown. Anyway, and then they brought out, I love me some Chris Stapleton. I love me some Chris Stapleton. From the guitar to the beard to that voice. I love that man. Ooh, he do no wrong in my eyes as well. And then they brought Smokey back out. I don't know why they keep having him come out when he's being honored. That makes no sense to me.
Maybe that's the way he wants it.
Possibly. Or maybe he just wanted to be seen because he got gasms out.
Right.
Moving on to the memorial segment of the show. They kind of kept the same format that they had last year. They had an actual performance instead of just playing the sad, sappy music, which I appreciate. It keeps the production going. They had Casey Musgraves out there on that Loretta Lynn guitar. I love me some Casey Musgraves too. I gotta get me some country albums on Gameplay because I fucks with country. But yeah, Casey Musgraves sounded beautiful. And then we transitioned to Quavo performing this sad song because obviously we already talked about this, but we lost Takeoff last year. I'm sorry, I didn't get emotional. I was like, dang, this sucks for like the Migos still not to be on one accord. And then it's literally what, how many months? 3 months, 4 months later, and you got to get on a Grammy stage and perform. Yeah. That was probably like super tough for him. But I couldn't get into the emotion because I was trying to figure out, why did you have this mask on? I'm sorry. Visually, I was just trying to figure out why did this mask come into play? Nigga, we are not the St. Lunatics. Why do you have on a mask? Takeoff didn't wear no mask. I'm sorry, that really threw me visually. I'm like, and then he was just sitting there.
Mm-hmm. I honestly just kept thinking, why is there Offset up there? Like, I get it, but that was y'all yeah.
together. And I mean, because of the song that he performed, I understood it, I guess. Mm-hmm. He's coming to tribute literally, and do the song. He only recorded the song. So yeah. I don't know where they would have fit that in. Yeah. I hope that there is some other form of memorial or tribute that happens either at the Hip Hop Awards or BET Awards. Hopefully they do it together. I feel like that would be the space for that. Like, I gave it grace. It's very soon. Clearly, they still not rocking with each other, and Offset not on the song. So I gave it grace.
As always, they had the full of gospel artists on stage, because
Then you got this. My man's Chandler. You gotta hit the heart. Yeah. Nah, who never gonna miss is Miss Naomi Rain. Okay, never. She gonna cut through. But yeah. It was a nice tribute.
It was.
I like the way that this tribute situation happens now, because that whole just play pictures and the sad music, I don't know that lasted too long. Mm-hmm. So now to have at least like 2 or 3 different performers with songs from the actual people that you want to honor makes sense. Mm-hmm. They need to keep that, obviously. Yeah. And it was nice to see Maverick City on stage in the main show. Yeah. Turns out they were actually tied with Beyonce to be the most awarded of the night with 4 awards. So, congratulations, Maverick City.
Mm-hmm. Not shocking.
Not shocking at all, honestly. I'm gonna leave my church folks alone.
No, I'm not, because y'all got to relax and chill out. Like, y'all got to
let Dante back in the group.
Like, y'all got to relax and chill out. Like, I don't understand why y'all always got to find a problem with something that y'all really had a problem with them up there singing. Like, with Quavo, like, y'all really had a problem with that? Like, y'all are weird, yo. Like, y'all are weird, yo. Like, that is so weird. It is so
Once again, it's weird. Church folk. Church folk don't know no other way to be other than loud and wrong.
Yeah, like.
Sometimes, like.
That is just weird. That's weird. That's just
like,
weird.
Can we at least celebrate that they were on a main stage in a positive representation at least? Yeah. They may not have been saying Jesus or God, but they was there. They put their name on the screen. The fact that their name is on the screen and they sound good could lead people to look. Who is Maverick City?
And they also did not do or say anything that was derogatory to the Christian faith. Like that's
the bottom line.
Yeah, it's just like
that's the bottom line. They had nothing to do with what was placed after them. All right.
Moving into that.
Getting into Sam Smith and Kim Petras. Unholy. Now, I had never heard the whole song. I mean, the whole little piece is popular on TikTok. The song is called Unholy. So we already know it's going to be something there. Be some crazy stuff there. But to have, first of all, I just wanted to know why the black people was dressed in all red with the grunge wigs. Why the blacks had to do that? And then y'all got people of the LGBTQ community swinging around on poles on stage like, okay, this is like very like convoluted for what's supposed to be y'all community. Mm-hmm. And then to tie it in Unholy and present it that way is like, and then all of the blatant random Satanism. And then it just wasn't good. Like, it was the worst performance of the night. If you're gonna disrespect my Lord and Savior, at least be good at it. I'm joking. I'm sorry. But like,
so I was not paying attention to that particular performance. No particular reason why. I think that I just got like during a commercial break or something like that. I was on my phone doing something and never looked back up. But I looked up, and when I looked up, Sam Smith was like squatting and doing this. I was like,
what is this dance?
What is happening? So, but this is the thing. So I think there has to be a space where we can all be respectful. And, that was a bit far from, like, that was a bit far. That was a bit far.
And then to have Madonna introduce it like it's supposed to be like this jarring, like cross the, like nigga, like no, it's just not, no, it's just not a place for that.
Yeah, but I will say, shout out to Kim Petras for being the first trans woman to whatever she won.
How about I didn't know? I don't know. My trans radar, I ain't clocked that. I ain't got no trans radar apparently. Yeah. I mean, I've never actually like tapped in. Like I've only ever heard the clip of Unholy and one other song. Talk coconuts. Only ever heard one song. Only ever heard that one song, so I didn't know that she was part of the LGBTQ community, but I guess that's what's up. Never knew.
And this new look for whoever Sam Smith is,
it's bad.
It's bad.
It's real bad.
Yeah, like I don't know.
It's real bad.
It's
like
real bad.
Not the Carisha real bad, not the good real bad. Bad.
Yeah.
Like don't nobody. We didn't ask you to do that, Sam.
Yeah, that was kind of
like my nigga. What he need to do? He needs to call Lil Nas stylist because it's as extravagant as Lil Nas be.
You
don't miss. Baby. That boy be having fashion moments. I like his little chunky twist he got now, but that boy don't miss. You need to call whoever is working with Lil Nas.
Seriously.
All right. Obviously, we didn't like Kim Petras and Sam Smith. Harry, you are also going into that. We don't like bucket. Well, I don't know. Let me not speak for you, but I didn't like it because. First of all, what in the art school was happening on that round table?
But, yeah. I like this outfit. I did. Not gonna lie.
You know what it was actually giving?
What?
You know that? Two things came to mind. What is that one commercial where the big orange thing is just like the big orange furry thing? I gotta find a commercial. I gotta put a clip in there. But it's like this big orange, like furry thing, just like outfit. And it was just like, I don't know if I was, due to my experience in art school, I was triggered. Because I was like, this dramatic falling and like bopping around in this glittery outfit with bad singing, and you're supposed to be the king of pop.
Yeah, I want him to go back to One Direction.
Like,
that's the one I will say. Every time I see Harry Styles, I just be like, One Direction.
One Direction will never be a thing again. Harry Styles was not my fave, no way. I'm a Zayn Malik type of girl. But I just don't get it. Like, It's just like giving reject white boy funk and you look funky. It's like, I saw what Bruno Mars did. Now let me do it as a white boy. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel the same way I feel about Anderson .Paak putting on that wig. It's the same way I feel about Harry Styles' whole vibe right now. It's just like, why?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Harry Styles fan.
Watermelon sugar high? No.
That's kind of catchy.
It just wasn't. It's just not my vibe.
I mean, I won't say like I'm into Harry Styles music because I'm not. But again, I also I just check my own biases. I know I'm into boy bands and One Direction.
Yeah. And I could be biased to the type of pop that I like. I recognize my bias because I am a Jack. I am a Shawn Mendes. I am a Charlie Puth. You know, Harry. Something ain't clean in the water there to me. But yeah, cute for you. Dance around that glittery outfit. So confused.
I don't know what it is about his fashion sense though. I actually enjoy his looks. The hip hop tribute.
Now this is what I was talking about when I knew the blacks was in attendance. The Recording Academy, honestly, finally, properly recognized hip hop.
Yeah.
It's the 50th anniversary of the birth of hip hop, and they got the right person to do it. They had Questlove in charge of gathering all of these artists, which I thought was an amazing moment because I feel like hip hop only in like the last 5 years has become one of the main genres, and it's never been fully accepted or recognized or properly attributed the way the culture would like for it to be attributed in that space. So I felt like finally we're getting our just dues. And then number two, it was just nice to see a bunch of hip hop artists that contribute, legends to the culture, getting to perform on a stage and in a venue and under an academy that they've never been accepted in. Like, I just thought that was super dope to like see Run DMC, Flavor Flav, Grandmaster Flash, Salt and Pepper, like all of them on the Grammy Recording Academy stage. I just thought that was super dope.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
and it was great up until. Now I will say, LL Cool J did his due diligence and he did let us know.
Bro, they gave so many disclaimers.
Yeah, it was like
so many disclaimers,
and it was necessary because one thing I will say, us as Black people, we cherish hip hop. Like, that's ours.
Yeah.
So we cherish that.
If we don't cherish anything, it's definitely gonna be hip hop. We'll let y'all do whatever y'all want with R&B. Yeah. Y'all can slip and slide up and up. But hip hop,
we cherish hip hop. And I think because of its influence on the culture and on other cultures as well. Right. So I think that's why we cherish it so much. And like you said, because it has not been recognized, but we know the impact. We're sitting and living. Impact. We're living and creating the impact, and we see. But y'all still spit in the artist's faces. So the disclaimers were absolutely necessary because we sensitive about hip hop.
Yeah.
But I have to say this, but the transition from, was it Dipset or not UGK? Was it Cameron or something? Anyway, there was a huge gap before a little bit. They just should have been
even the whole vibe switch.
Yeah, like
because everybody, like, I was watching it with the aunties and everybody was up, everybody was hyped, flowing with the performance, and then we cut to Lil Baby and it's like, wait, what?
Yeah, like it was missing that 2000s,
the 2000s and the 10s
and the 10s, like
the early 10s.
We went right to the 20s, like. We went right to the end of the 10s and to the 20s, and it was just like, we just missed 20 years.
Yeah,
like
20 years of impact.
A solid, I give it like a solid 15 years of like, now I understand because it's the Grammys, there has to be a level of tact when you're choosing the artist probably to hit the stage, so Soulja Boy probably couldn't have
Nigga, this hip-hop.
It is, but it still had to be.
I know they still bougie, but
yeah, it still had to be a level up because it was still the Grammys.
But if you've contributed to the culture,
yes,
you are available.
But there was someone that, I mean, but now that's the other piece too. Who was available?
Who couldn't do it? Who said no?
Yeah, like that's the other part of it because again, there's a lot of people that they could have chose from that. Because I was like, no T.I., no. Like, come on, like he could, yeah, like I mean, Nelly. So I guess that kind of takes care of that era.
But we didn't get much of the South. I mean, Big Boy was there, but I absolutely missed Andre 3000. I know you don't come out the house, bro, but come out the house.
Yeah. But at least that era was still taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Like DJ Khaled was there, Jay-Z was there. I understand maybe they didn't pay y'all for 2 performances, but somebody had to fill that in, that gap. Like Fabulous. I mean, it's just so many artists that they could have.
I feel like even throwing Wayne in there. I know he performed in DJ Khaled. I know he was there to perform with DJ Khaled. And he was also honored over the weekend. But like I feel like that even just throwing Wayne in there would have bridged that a lot.
Perfect. That'd have been
coming
perfect.
From a Millie to Little Baby would have been perfectly fine.
But they definitely missed. I'm like, I'm thinking
that's our prime.
Yeah, that's our prime
of hip hop.
And y'all missed it. And it was just like, Again, I mean, I wouldn't have cared if y'all threw Lil Bow Wow up there and gave us out. Like he could have gave us Fresh as I'm Is for like. Okay, maybe not.
You always gonna ride. Look, I feel like they think y'all okay because y'all got the Millennium Tour. They weren't about to call Yin Yang up there.
But for real, like even if they threw Yin Yang Twins in there though, that still would have been like, give me some shake like a salt. Like,
know who they could have called? Maybe that might still be too early though. Lil Jon.
That still would have been. I mean, that would have been a little early, but that still would have been a more decent from.
Yeah, it was a big gap, but it's supposed to be
or they could have made it right when Nicki Minaj and called her to come and do it.
Now, Nicki Minaj is probably the person I feel like said no. Probably. Because I don't see Questlove doing hip-hop without calling Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
I don't see that. Nicki was probably the one that was like, nah, I ain't about to touch that stage for all of them.
But all in all, I think the hip-hop tribute, it was good. But I am interested to see how Ghetto was going to get for the BET Awards, for the hip-hop awards.
I mean, it's supposed to be more happening with the Recording Academy. They supposed to have like their own show. Like they do the Legacy Honors or something like that. Mm-hmm. They're supposed to do their own show. So it'd probably be more interviews, more documentaries, more people talking. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's 50 years. So yeah, whoever is the chairman of hip hop, let's make sure who is the chairman of hip hop. Like we don't have no organization. Right, we need to figure that out. I guess Questlove, but it's so many other people. But yeah. Y'all get that organized. BET, Viacom. Please give a budget. Give them the budget this year.
Right. If there's a year to give them a budget, it's
now. Please. And don't get no random hosts. BET Awards don't need a host, honestly. MC Light can handle BET.
Yeah, I don't want the South Show. I love all of them, but I don't want them no more.
Well, actually, I wouldn't be mad at DC Young Fly handling that.
By himself.
Absolutely by himself, which I feel like it would be by himself anyway. But we get into it in a different award show.
Weird enough, I think the highlight for me of the tribute was Queen Latifah. I don't know why, but it was something about her energy when she came out there.
And you know what? I had said after watching the hip hop tribute that it wasn't enough females on the stage, but it was. We had Missy, we had Glorilla, we had Queen Latifah, we had Salt and Pepper. Kim was not there. Why did I feel like she was there though? Kim wasn't there.
She could have filled in that. I mean, it still would have been a lot. It would have closed the gap just a little bit, down to 10 years as opposed to 15.
I guess. Or Eve.
Yes.
I know.
Is she still in London? Where is she?
She being a mama and a wife.
I mean, I get it.
You clearly being a mama right now.
Right. You see me? I'm working with the baby.
Alright, so when it came to DJ Khaled's performance, I'm on the fence. Like, I want to say I liked it because it looked cute. but it was just too long for that to be put at the end of the show. Mm-hmm. Like, cool.
Especially after the hype of the hip-hop tribute.
Yeah, I feel like y'all took hip-hop from here to here. And it's like, you had all the dope people. Like, Wayne did great. Ross did great. It was just very long. I feel like it's nice. They gave us 7 minutes. God did. They ain't believe in us. God did. I heard that a million times that night. Yeah. Love you, call it, but chill, bruh. And then Jay-Z rapping for 5 hours. That's not something you do when niggas is at 11. It's 11:30 at night.
For real.
I want to go to bed.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't know if it's because I was sleepy or hungry, but I just kept thinking, who gonna eat all that food on that table? Because I know it's not.
I said the same thing.
Like, but all this food?
I took a closer look and it was fake.
So I thought about that. So I said, maybe it's fake.
Because I'm like, they wouldn't do that.
Because y'all wouldn't just waste all this food. You wouldn't do that. Not when it's hungry.
The only thing that was real on that table was alcohol.
Yeah, I was like, maybe.
I just hope that food was eventually transitioned to Beyonce's after party if it was actually food. Or at least given to the Grammy crew.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the seat fillers food.
Yeah, the seat fillers or something.
That was the seat fillers food.
Much rather those artists have been a part of the tribute. Literally, every last one of them. Ross, Khaled, Jay, and Wayne. Like, every last one of them could have been a part of the tribute. And I'd have been more happy with that than that performance.
Yeah. But Khaled was also nominated, so he had to
be a
part
of the tribute. So much. Like, if that's, especially because Khaled is not he's the DJ.
He's the DJ drama.
Yeah, like he's the DJ that I've never seen on turntables. Like, I need you.
Don't disrespect him.
I said I have never seen him on turntables. That don't mean that he can't or ain't or haven't.
My nigga owned Miami radio.
But I'd have much rather have seen them a part of the tribute than to have done that performance. Or that performance could have came... Actually, no. It just was no need for that performance to have had the tribute. They could have been a part of the tribute, and it would have been way more impactful and just way more important. Mm. I like the song, though.
Yeah. It was nice to see Friday get some sunshine on the Grammys, which we'll be doing the phase 1 on Friday. But yeah. Performances were cool this year. They were cool. I don't have a specific highlight performance, like best performance of the night.
I don't. The tribute for me.
Yeah, the tribute was that. Because honestly, like, just calling back to the energy of the show, it was a slow climb. Mm-hmm. And everybody was just like, don't disrespect Beyonce.
Yeah.
But we about to get to them awards. Getting into these awards for this year, I actually thought that they were fair. Minus one award, obviously. Right. I thought that they were very fair. I absolutely was like, it was a lot of black girl magic that night. Okay, so let's start with Miss Viola Davis. She has finally been welcomed into what? She's number 18 in the EGOT status. But yes, it's a very, very small pool. It's very hard to attain an EGOT. Most people pretty much buy them. They get them on their way of producing. So yes, 18. She's number 18 in the EGOT status. Now, Miss Viola, the Black excellence that she is, she actually got all of her awards for performing, not producing. So, as y'all know, the Grammys is not just music. It is the Recording Academy. So anything that was recorded can be submitted, nominated, and awarded. So whether it is a recorded podcast or a mystery series, Viola Davis actually took home the Grammy for her audiobook reading. That was super dope to see her achieve that. Now we can stop calling her the Black Meryl Streep because she is the Black Viola Davis.
Period.
Meryl Streep ain't got no EGOT. And then sliding right over to Best New Artist was awarded to Samara Joy. Now, this girl, I don't know if y'all into jazz music, but her voice is like out of this world. Now, I thought it was refreshing for a jazz artist, especially a young jazz artist, to be awarded the Best New Artist at Grammys, because obviously it shines a light on jazz music, which I feel like is kind of like thrown to the side when it comes to music. It's been so politicized and like thrown to the side of what mainstream music is and what artistry is. So I feel like it's dope to see a young black woman stepping into jazz music and being awarded by the Academy as Best New Artist. Now, this is actually one that was shocking to me. Pop solo performance went to Adele for Easy on Me. Now, y'all can kill me in the comments, but 30 just was not my favorite Adele album. And I understand probably my bias of not being able to relate to a lot of them topics. I'm not a 30-something-year-old woman who went through a divorce and had a kid. That's pretty much what the album was about. Didn't resonate for me. But it was nice to see her like actually get up on stage and receive an award and be back in the States. And she was there with her new man. But yeah, she didn't even think she was going to win that award. She was just there to have fun and drink, clearly. That's what Adele always goes to the Grammys for. The drinks and to see her friends. But it was nice to see her back on that stage and back around the American Awards. It was nice to see Kendrick pop in and accept his award for Best Rap Album, which if it went to any other album in that category, we would have been fighting. Money Long, actually, after all of her years of writing for everybody, finally got her own Grammy to take home for Best R&B Performance, not vocal performance. That went to Beyonce for Plastic Off the Sofa. Y'all know Grammys got a million different categories and nobody knows exactly what they mean
at all.
I used to run down to tell y'all what these mean, but I don't think y'all really care. I know you had the question of what is Song of the Year and Record of the Year. Song of the Year is the writing. So that is basically attributing the songwriter, celebrating them. The Record of the Year is celebrating the entire song. So the master and the recording of the song.
Okay.
Lizzo took home Record of the Year for About Damn Time. And like I said, I feel like all of these awards were given out properly.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna just skip right to the mess. Harry Styles took home Album of the Year for Harry's House. Nah, I told y'all I'm biased. I told y'all, and y'all probably gonna like eat me up in these comments. But whatever. I'ma stand on what I say. I ain't listened to that album. It wasn't gonna move me more than Renaissance moved me. And y'all know I ain't even rock with that album like that. So that has to tell you something. And you know what? I'm gonna take Mr. Carter's words. The way that Renaissance impacted the culture. The way that Renaissance impacted social media. The way that it caused other people to be inspired to create remixes and to create visuals when we ain't never get Beyonce's visuals. That has to tell you something about what was the actual record of the year. If it wasn't my personal album of the year, it's no denying that it definitely impacted the world. Even Harry's fans.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. And it's just like every time she does something very impactful, I'm sorry, like the last 3 albums at least, that's been the talk of the town every year. Y'all just don't ever get that woman Album of the Year.
Yeah. And it's crazy because literally, like, how is she literally
the most awarded in the history of the Absolute Show, which happened that night, she made a lot of history that night.
Yeah. She
got like 4, it was what? Electronic, the electronic category that she was awarded in the actual televised ceremony had never been televised before. She was the first black woman to win 4 dance recordings for Break My Soul. And now she's the most awarded with 32 Grammys.
But for some reason, her albums
never Album of the Year.
Like, make it make sense. It's giving.
Hater. 25. 25. Nice. 25 and Lemonade. Them were my top albums that year. 25, Lemonade, and Anti. That was a trifecta. That was a good year of music. But still. Who had the HBO special? Who broke all the records that year? Lemonade. Who got a Peabody and a Nobel Peace Prize?
Yeah. And then it's with the alleged rumors that certain academy, and you can vote for, you have the right to obviously vote for who you
absolutely
want to vote for, but to allegedly actually come out and say I didn't vote for her because she win too much.
No, that's not alleged. That was the actual written interview. That's real. That's why I said it's giving hater.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, just be fair. Like, you know that album went crazy. Like, even for us, that first listen was kind of like, but you just can't deny, like, after you listen to it
over and over, like, the transitions, the thought that went into that, all of the samples.
Yeah.
And then, like, literally, they play it in the club front to back.
Yeah. You can't deny its impact, and you can't deny, like, the thoughtfulness that she puts into her work.
Yeah. Well, that's our Beyonce rant. I am a strong believer in the fact that this is not her last album nor her last tour. Nope. So,
and I thought it was. I thought it was, but until they didn't get that baby album of the year. So,
yeah.
There's going to be another season, and she's going to cuss y'all out on this next album.
Yeah.
She about to be back on her bow down. She about to be back on.
You know, I was thinking about that, too. I'm like, if Renaissance is not it, what else is in that brain? Beyonce, I love you. But overall, outside of that little dispute, I felt like the awards were attributed fairly this year. Yep. And I think that's due to them expanding the Academy over the last couple of years and accepting, like, other parts of the music industry, like the PR people, the press, like a lot more people actually being accepted now into the Recording Academy now that you can't just buy in. So, yeah. Okay. Y'all getting it together. Harvey, I think you doing your job, bro. I think we got to give you the right, like we should have gave Barack the right to, like, clean up the first couple of years in office. So, Harvey, I think you're doing great over there, bro. The show was great. I like the new additions. We're getting there. We're getting there. Alrighty, y'all, that is our take on the 65th Annual Grammy Awards. Drop down in the comment below. Let me know what some of your favorite moments of the awards were. Also, what were y'all expectations of the awards that night? Do you guys think they were like I did, or were y'all expecting to see something else? Alright, y'all already know what to do here on YouTube. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell so you never miss a drop. And if you guys want to get the full version of this video, slide over and subscribe to Patreon. I am Nikole. This has been Run the Show featuring the 65th Annual Grammy Awards. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.